hitting the road. Woo! This show is called Benny Sent Ya. This is me going to be sending you to cool places. And in this limited series, we are going to the south coast of New South Wales, the beautiful area that I've been to many times. There are some places that I'm already going to have been to, some places I'm going to for the first time, but all of the places I'm so excited about going to. We're going to meet some really cool people, and we're going to have some really tasty produce. They make so much stuff themselves on the south coast, and they also brew some delicious beer. We're going to be finishing all the way at the bottom of the New South Wales coast at a place called Wollongong Brewery, where they do a tasting paddle. It's got like 10 beers on it. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Woo! Benny Sent Ya.
Traveling across the lands in my little camper van. Sit down and have a few. I'll tell you what you gotta do. It's in the Benny Sent Ya. It's in the Benny Sent Ya. It's in the Benny Sent Ya. It's in the Benny Sent Ya.
Katie has organised most of the trip. She's done a terrific job. Katie, where are we going first?
Wollongong.
Known locally as The Gong, Wollongong is just an hour and a half drive from Sydney. Although it is close, I rarely find myself making the trip due to reasons.
Fun fact about Wollongong, it's Australia's biggest non-capital city. When you visit it, you go, yeah, this is not a capital city. There was a famous Prime Minister that actually was assassinated in Wollongong, and his last words were, oh, thank fuck, I was about to do the same thing.
Yep, Wollongong has a reputation, and it's not helped by dickheads like me who use this middle child of a city as a punching bag for all seasons. So I'm dipping my toes in and stopping 20 minutes short of The Gong in the wee seaside town of Austinmere. As a kid, this was the site of my most rejoiced of summer holidays. We'd swim every day and get knocked down by the waves at the end of the rock pools.
This is one pool you're going to want to bring some goggles or something, because there's so much sea life in here as well. It's got sand bottoms. You can find like octopus in here, you know, all like little crabs, all sorts of things. It was so much fun for me as a kid. I like how the police station just definitely used to be someone's house.
I've known the Omni Cafe under many names over the years. My dad knew it as the old butcher shop. Relaxing here for the first of what will be many homegrown fuel stops, I already feel far away from city living.
Lunchtime on a Monday, and this place is like buzzing. There's heaps of people in here, and coffee's really good. Food's nice too. So one thing that I'm a little bit paranoid about is like eating too much and feeling sick, especially because we're going to be like drinking beer as well.
For now, I push my fears of gluttony to the side and head down to our seaside spot on Bulli Beach, just 15 minutes north of Wollongong.
It's a beautiful day, and just across there we have the beach, and just over there we have about 40,000 of my friends.
On a day this gorgeous, with the beach so close, it's impossible to not head down there immediately.
The beach, not the cemetery. Head to the beach immediately.
And there is one nostalgic thrill I simply can't miss.
This looks like a pool where you get to look at that splash action. For nostalgia's sake, got to go out to the end, hold on to the railing, have a classic splash. Not meant to get this hat wet! I got the towel pretty wet. We're going back.
As refreshing as the ocean is, I know of some more refreshing liquids that score much higher in the category of being drinkable. After meeting while surfing, two homebrewers turned best mates converted the old Bulleye guest house into Resin Brewing, the first of many breweries we are visiting on the south coast.
Sandon lager. This is made with pearl hops, light colour. Cheers! That's just what you want by the sea. It's mostly just chilled out, but there's a real bit of flavour that's hanging around on the front of your tongue. Oh, there's plenty of flavour in that. This is almost savourable for a lager. It tastes like how like a Woolworths smells. Really crisp and salady. It's like rolling down a hill in the springtime. That's what this tastes like. What do you think, Katie?
I don't think I've ever had a beer that tastes quite like this. It's like so crisp. It's like as crisp as a cider, but it tastes like a beer.
I'd agree with that. It's very crisp. It does what a lager is meant to do, which is just to chill back and be a little bit watery and let you get a bit pissed. For that reason, this gets an 8 out of 10. That's a really nice lager.
Apart from brewing all their own beers, Resin also has an Asian fusion menu to soak up all the tasty alcohol. Look at that. That is really yummy. Put a bit on it. Yeah. That's dynamite. That fried bread. That relish is really good too. Oh man. It reminds me of like breakfast because of the eggs and shit. This is the rye IPA. It is 5.5%. There's 4 different hops in this. And here's 4. So cheers. Oh, whoa. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I let this into my house. It is like sucking on a tasty battery. It's like if they made like Chupa Chups for like grown-ups, like ones to just have like after lunch at work or like when you got home to chill out, this is what they would taste like. This is the taste of the best marble you had when you were a kid.
Well, like play marble, eating a marble.
Just sucking on it.
Could have died.
We're not going to eat it, just going to suck on it. This one, honestly, God, give this a 9 out of 10. There's just this wash of flavours that run across your taste buds, like waves coming in on the shore. You could down this really quickly, or you could sit here and savour it. It's so nice. It's a pretty outstanding little venue. Look, you can still see the mountains through there. This is called the Flame Trees Amber Ale. It's 6.4%. There's another 4 hops in here. Let's see how we go. Cheers. Oh, it just sweeps it aside. Like it's just like it's sweeping things underneath the rug. And it tastes like sneaking into the farmer's field at night and licking his crops. What I imagine fresh wheat tastes like. This feels like a very old school sort of number. I give that an 8 out of 10. I say that's very nice. It's packed with flavour. What do you think of this beer?
I think it's very nice as well. So far, my personal beer taste, Resin is just like knocking it out the park. Not too strong and a little tiny bit fruity, but the perfect amount. It's just really good beer.
3 out of 3 has been so well balanced. It's like you're drinking in high definition.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to put it.
Ooh, we got some nice yummy. Oh, delicious. And just listen to this.
Crunch.
Eggplant, kimchi,
Cheese. Mayo. Umami mayo.
Squid. Vermicelli noodles. As the sunny arvo turns to a warm evening, my fears about eating too much seem to have come to fruition. Luckily for me, I'm a tad too pissed to care. Alright, this is their Contradiction Juicy IPA. It is 7%. There are 4 different hops in this as well. The cheese. Oh wow. That tastes like a sort of toothpaste that Willy Wonka would make to remind you of like a burger shop. Pickly, ketchupy, mustardy. It's kind of like the mouthwash that they serve on Fantasy Island. So you wake up, for some mouthwash. And hey, it's beer. It's nice, strong beer with 4 different hops in it. I'm feeling a bit relaxed all over my body now. I'm not sure if that's the beers I've had, but this is strong, this is piquant. And also, again, just so fresh, so crisp, so refined. It's very refined. That's probably worth another 8 out of 10 as well. As you can probably see, we really had a great time at Resin, and we hadn't realised how much of a bellyful we'd had till we were walking back.
I can't see ahead. What if I step on a blue bottle?
You're not going to step on a blue bottle.
Oh, fuck!
And sleep in a camper van, but luckily the sounds of the waves were really nice to fall asleep to. Watching the sunrise over Bulli Beach does some work to knock the dust off, but the remnants of last night are still close enough to taste. We did not drink enough water last night, so we're drinking a lot of water now. I can still taste the squid from yesterday. We might take in this sunrise and then go into Bulli, get a coffee, get something to eat. I'm just going to get something light because my tummy is all over the place already. Slightly improved, I seek out the hangover busting method approved by Coasties the nation round. But Wollongong won't wait much longer, so we make the short trip into the heart of the city. They had the strips of meat ready to go. They make all of it in there. You could see them making it. They had some marinating. It looked awesome. I really wish I could have filmed. I got 2 jerkies. I got their mild chili, which is really nice. And then they said, what about the Carolina Reaper one? And I was like, no way, too hot. But they gave me a little sample. They said, just try a little bit. Got nice and lovely flavor. So I've already had a bit. So Katie, do you want to try some?
Okay. Try.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a dry jerk.
Flavor's really good.
Wollongong is home to a place called 5 Barrel Brewing. It's actually the first ever craft beer I reviewed on this channel. The second video I did was for their Golden Ale. Beardless Benny reviewed that one with his burger shirt. So let's see if their 5 barrels earn them 5 stars. That's better. That's like more man versus food. It's midday on a Tuesday, and the brewery is just that, a place where beers are being brewed. The air is rich with the smell of hot mash. The brewers are climbing over kettles, pausing to pour us our first tasting paddles of the trip. This is their tasting paddle. It was $24 for the 8 of these. They're 100ml each, so pretty good, pretty good. First one is their Golden Ale. The second one, the second beer ever I reviewed, the Cheers. Yeah, I mean, that's just a really balanced beer. It is a somewhere in the middle type flavour. It sort of has that sort of like almost Englishy chilling out at a bar, or by like yourself at a bar, like you're being all brooding and foreboding. I'll probably give that a 10.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Ballot cleanser. Next up is the Pale Ale. This is 5.3% darker colour. Cheers. Oh wow, that's like a upload explosion. It's a pretty distinct pale ale. Really, really, really hoppy. I'll definitely give that maybe a 6 out of 10. It's one of my favourite type of ale. Next up, Coffee Amber Ale. Look at the colour of that. Doesn't that just look like pure refreshment? I can't even wait any longer to cheers. Wow, that tastes like the jerky I just had. You can eat a Barocca. to me, this tastes like eating a Morocco. That's really nice. I could actually drink a few of those if somebody brought some round and we're like, this is what we're drinking. I'd be like, oh, okay, sweet, fuck yeah. I get like a 7. Yeah, I get 7 out of 10. That's nice. That tastes like how Tarzos make you feel. This is the tropical sour. I don't know what it means to be tropical. That was very insightful of me. Cheers.
Oh.
While it is sour, sherbety and sugary, not super balanced. There is a certain attic-y, basementy variety to it. It's a unique sour. I don't think I've had another sour that tastes like this. It does have that little, almost bit of creaminess that's coming off these sort of like pineapple lolly-ish type flavors. For me, this is lacking just a bit of balance. I'll probably just give this one maybe a 6 out of 10. I think it's fine. Next up, the raspberry sour. This is 4%. Look at the colour. It's a nice pinky colour. I can't even see through it. Where's Benny? Where did he go? Where did he go? There he is. So cheers. Wow. Whoa. Wow, wow, wow. There is no question that they've used real raspberries in this. Hey mate, do you use raspberries, like real raspberries in this? Yeah, right, you can tell. It tastes like how a raspberry tastes. You get that sweetness, and then you get that bitterness, and then you get that sourness. A raspberry hits you in waves, and this beer does the exact same thing. What do you think of this one?
I really like it. It's properly sour, but you really taste the raspberry like in the back of your throat. Definitely knock a few back on a hot day like this.
I go knock this back on a cold day. I go an 8 for this one. That's really nice. Number 6, Hazy IPA V1. It is 7.5%. Suitably hazy. One thing I can't stand is a hazy that I can see right through. Alright, so cheese. That's delicious. My first thought is that tastes like a sausage sizzle. Hazy is a style that is just so up its own arse, and it is, and you know it is. This tastes like a good, honest fisherman's drink. Oh my goodness, that extra alcohol is so deserved. Really getting into you. It's fish hooking you inside your tongue, and it's grabbed you, and it's reeled me along for the ride. I'm into it. I'm really into it. Imagine like those fruit cups you get at school, but they've sort of been soaked in vodka for a bit. Yeah, that. Idea for business. That's going to be a 7 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now entered the stout portion. Number 7, raspberry pastry stout. Just smelling it, I already know I'm going to like it. So cheese. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. At first I'm like, oh what the hell? This is just a stout. Sold me a stout. Sold me a dream. And then a little nick of sweetness, a little bit of raspberryness just pops in at the end, just to say, g'day. This is my favourite one so far. That's so delicious. That's an easy 8 out of 10. That's so good. I'm really excited for this last one. 2020 Imperial Whiskey Stout. 12.5%. Whiskey barrel aged stouts are so full on, but they can be very rewarding. Cheers. Well, that's really strong. I had the pissiest little sip. That hit me like some whiskey. That was really, wow. Flavor-wise, I'd say maybe it's a bit wood chippy, which makes sense because it has been aged in a oak barrel. See? I'm not such a dumb face after all. This feels like being like punched by like someone wearing like a brass knuckle, like someone from like D12 or Good Charlotte would wear. Or when to have another sip and then couldn't quite do it. I'm gonna do it. I've been knocked out and I'm on the floor of the boxing ring right now. Almost like it's like running like sandpaper through like the inside of my mouth and mind. Yeah, I'll probably give this one a 7. I don't know if I go 8. The raspberry stout is still my favourite. Top brew of the week. With no food trucks on a Tuesday, I'm leaving Five Barrel with not only a rumbling tummy, but a tummy that is pulling me in the direction of a Wollongong drunk food institution. There is a place in Wollongong I have been wanting to eat for a long time. Ever since a guy I used to work with called Michael showed me this video of this kebab shop, but it's not a kebab shop.
Please don't call it a kebab. We've got it up over our blackboard. I'll tell everybody to wrap. It's not a kebab. It's a Suva. There's no sausage meat here. There's no processed stuff. As you can see, it's a real lamb spit. Don't come in and get me fired up, people. You know what I'm like. Don't come in and say it's a kebab. We've got it up over our blackboard. I'll tell everybody to have a good read of that. It's not a kebab, it's a Suva.
I'm so excited to be seeing you in the videos talking about don't come in here and call it a kebab and rile you up. At Souva King, not only does Frank make a Suva with fresh ingredients that'll scratch the itch of homesick Greeks and inebriants alike, he also helps me tick the eccentric owner box in my travel show bingo card.
Hey, Kenny, turn around, mate. You better go to the little hole, which is around the corner. We'll take you around the block 6 times. I don't know where I'm going, mate. I don't know. Just, yeah, we'll try this street. Just so the meter keeps ticking, mate. Right. The dodgiest package you ever want to go with, mate. Oh, yeah. Just dodge, mate. Put him on the video camera on.
This is not an ad for Uber. It's not a kebab, it's a Suva. All the juicy lamb in there, far out. Man, that guy is cool. Look at all the, you can see that's real lamb. I'm going to shaved off. There's real proper bits of like fat running through there. Maybe one of the most lamb tasting pieces of lamb I've ever had. Amazingly fresh. There's no wilted veggies in this. I could just imagine in a rowdy night in the gong, it would end here. I wouldn't want it to end anywhere else. Oh man. And with our last bites, our time in Wollongong is all wrapped up. Do you get it? Next time on Benny Sent Ya, I visit one of my favourite bottle shops, check out one of 2020's hottest new breweries, and push my relationship to the ultimate breaking point. And what's more romantic than a bicycle built for two? All this and less on everyone's favourite travel beer show, Benny Sent Ya. Hey friends, Benny back again with another beer review. Oh, what do we have in this one? 5 Barrel Brewing Co. Small Stout. Oh, I didn't, did I? Oh, now come off it. Did I forget the bottle opener? I so did. Well, this is a disaster. No, I'm a big fan of saying that a stout tastes spory. I think I said not long ago, you could sell this as a small stout, you could sell well. So I don't know if I came up with that or if I saw this and just forgot.